G'day everyone, my name is Garvig and welcome back to the Herbivore Challenge. In this episode, basically we're doing some prep for the broodmother fight. And I'm going to do some mutation stacking. So most of the episode will basically be me showing how you do mutation stacking. We're going to go for a quick trip over to Steelheart's base. We're going to have a look at what he's got over there. And we're going to steal his current therizino. And I'm going to basically get a base set of theris up and running. And I'm going to take the current mutation and put it into the mix. The other thing is I got myself a good saddle, so I'm going to show you my little clip of basically being in the swamp cave where I got it. And yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, let's get into it. Let's have a quick look. 6.5, 366, that's fine. 0 mutations. Why are you 217? 0 mutations. So there's a slight difference in their stats somewhere. 1140, 1140, 585, 11700. Okay, oxygen's different. 547, same movement speed should be the same. Torpor 1219. Okay, so there's a difference in the oxygen and the torpor stats. I don't really care about that. That's really good. Alright, so I'm going to get these grown up, and they will be my base breeders. Alright, this is Steelheart's base. I'm going to turn off nameplates just so that we can see it a bit better. He's over in the northern side, near the Kano Island, this lovely little pond. Quite picturesque, it's got walls all the way around it, and there's only a few little entrances to get inside. It's looking very, very busy at the moment. One of the things that he actually told me about was he's irrigated these crop plots, and you can't actually see the pipes. And there's a reason why you can't see them. I'll see if I can get it on camera here now. You do K mode and you get underneath the ground, and you can see the pipe work. It's actually underneath and goes into the footings. So it's quite neat and tidy. And yeah, it goes all the way through. So he's just recently, I gifted him the industrial cooker. Multi-level, so we've got all kinds of stuff in here, the various different bits and pieces. He's really gone all out with the aesthetics, which I'm not one to do myself, but it's certainly there. Oh, there he is there. Have a good sleep, mate. Alright, all the dung beetles. Sure. Alright, anyway, we're going to borrow the theory. Going to get back and we're going to do some mutations. I've been changing my base too. Some significant changes. I've basically been in hospital with my daughter for a while and using the Steam remote play, and upgraded the base quite a fair bit. Replaced a bunch of the stone with wood. So you now can come up here. So this is where I do a number of my thumbnail screenshots. I bring the creatures up here. Look off in the distance and use K mode to get some screenshots. I'm thinking about getting rid of that gateway and using the one over by the Bronto with a behemoth gate. But yeah, second story up here, all wood. I've been working with different roof configurations, and I'm thinking about making this little bit that sticks out over there. That's going to probably be where I put the bed. And we have to. There's still a fair few things yet to happen. Like this inner floor needs to be completed. But you can come around, and nice little nook here with an overlook of the water. Alright, well, I've got a lot of growth to happen, and I'll be back once that's happened. Okay, so I've now got my breeders going. My original male over here, my original female, they're all basically set up nice and neat so they've got their stats exactly the same. I've now gone and borrowed our health 2 melee 3 mutation from Steelheart. So this is our base that we're working with. It's a bit more progressed than what I was sort of talking about earlier. But the way we're going to do mutation stacking is initially you'll start with your original female and the original male. You want them to be perfectly matched. So you want the stats that you're interested in starting with, and they have to be exactly the same on each side so that they have the same level. We're only really interested in the melee and the health, but still I want all of the stats to be identical. And the reason for that is so that you know when you're actually hatching a creature that you've got a mutation. And so the baby from a level 217, and then the male and the female being the same level, will be 2 levels higher. So when you get a mutation, it will be 219. We've got these guys have actually come out with a lot of different mutations here. So we have 5 mutations. As you can see, it's 10 levels higher. Now, so the next one I'll be looking for is a mutation with 229. Will be the next step off the back of that. Now, it's going to be slow at the start because you've got one creature mating with one creature, and you'll notice that I have the mutated creature is mating with an unmutated creature, and this is how you do mutation stacking. Because if you take a creature with mutations, so you look at their ancestors and you can see the numbers that we've got going. This creature has 5 mutations. It's only just recently got the mutation, so we've got 1 on the mother side and 4 on the father. When this actually gets transferred onto the baby, they'll all come from the one side again, so it'll be 5 on one side. But once you get to 20 of 20, you can't do mutations anymore, except when you mutate a creature, or you breed a creature with someone who doesn't have anything full. So this is where your original one comes in. My original has 0 on both sides, so I can take a fully mutated creature, mate it with a completely unmutated creature, and then there's a chance for another mutation and you exceed the cap. And that's the critical part of this. And so when you're doing mutation stacking, you're going to take your fully mutated creature and mate it with something of the opposite sex that has had no mutations. It leaves for a lot of variability, and so you're looking for basically your max level +2. And so I should have some eggs here ready. I'm not expecting much at this point. I'm using the S+ hatchery here because it picks up the fertilized eggs as they get hatched. The main thing that I'm going to be looking for, obviously mutation would be good, but the second thing that I'm going to be looking for is a female. Oh, actually no, I need a female with a level 227. And the reason why I want a female with 227 is I can then pair it with my male over there and start doing mutations with it. And so for every female that I get that has the same mutation set as this one, that is a female, I can then just pair it with that one male and eggs will start flowing like crazy. And that's when it will really kick in, and all of a sudden I'll have more opportunity to get mutations. So let's get a couple out. And I'm very lucky already. So this is the purple mutation of the latest one. The first mutation we were working with was a green stripe on the back, but now we've got purple. So this is a female. It will actually have all identical stats to our current mutated one. So this is actually really, really good. So change this one. So we've got our M3 female. This one is a male, so this one's actually useless to me. But it's a H2M3 male. Really what I can actually do now is I can keep this one for myself and take Steel Heart's one back. Alright, well let's get these guys out. So while they're wandering, I'm going to keep them and grow them up. And then I'll use them as my own breeders and take the original one back to Steel Heart's base. If we have a look at this, it's a level 221. It's actually a blend of the 217 with some of the mutated stats, and it hasn't actually picked up the melee here. It's grabbed everything else but the melee, and as a result it's a level 221. We can actually see here, and what I was explaining before, all the mutations are now being stacked on one side. So the female was the one with all the mutations, but it was the father that passed across. So over there we've got the original male and the female. So it's all come from the patrilineal line now. All 5 are on one side and 0 on the other. And as a result, you can just keep swapping them around as you need to. But I need more females, because one egg every, I think this server works on 5 minutes, I can get another egg, and it's just too slow. Alright, come on, red drop. Hey-ya! Hey-ya, oh, let's send an... Oh, jeez, that's expensive. Doesn't matter. That is it? Alright, well the main thing that I am now waiting for is I need a few eggs, I need to hatch them up, and I need to actually increase the stock of females that I have over there. Unless I get lucky and get a mutation straight away. But what I do, and the way that I do this, is I hatch eggs, I try and look for females with the higher level, so I'm looking for 227 females, and I will increase the number of females over here, because one male can mate with as many females as there are in range, and so you can end up with getting a lot more eggs. I still have this one working over here, mainly because it will only produce one egg, because I haven't managed to, or I haven't bothered to create more original females. But I could take that original female with that original male and create 3 or 4 more, and that would mean that you get your one mutated creature here with 4 females that were originals, and you get the same effect. And you just get multiple eggs, and multiple eggs. My Achatina was killed. Uh-oh. It starved to death. Really? $229. Nice. Get that. Get rid of that. Let's have a look. It's an interesting grey colour. I think we already had that much. Behaviour, disable wandering. Let's go have a quick look. Oh, what are you doing there? 227. One hatched early. 7, okay. So this one, it got a mutation on something else. Actually, it looks like food. I think it was 1700 food. Yes. Food mutation. And when we look at the ancestors, it's now got 6. But that's no good, so we have to keep going. While I'm on the topic of doing swamp cave runs, I got a new shotgun. I haven't actually been recording myself in the swamp cave, but I got myself an Ascendant shotgun. Not a pattern, unfortunately, but I got a shotgun nonetheless, so I'm quite happy with that. There's a 229 in there. Not you. Not you. You. No. You. Yes. They were wandering. You're the 221, so you can go. Where did the other one go? Oh, got twins. Nice. Damn. Potentially a weight mutation or a torpor mutation. Alright, well, I've got probably my full complement now. You've got one just ready. So I've got 4 females over here that are originals. I've managed to get them all set up now. And I've got 4 mutated ones over here with an original male. So eggs are aplenty. We'll hatch up a few of these and see if I get anything, and I'll go and show you the other thing that I've been doing while I've been waiting. Yep, no good. No good. Done. Alright, so what I've been doing while I've been waiting for eggs to hatch, other than going to the swamp cave, I did have tons of theory eggs in here, and I've just been basically cooking up meat, because I'm getting a ton of it. I've been making exceptional kibble. And this is what the therizinosaurus eggs actually make. You need to go and make yourself some focal chili, which doesn't take a lot. It just takes ama berries, meja berries, azul berries, water, and cooked meat. I think that's what it was, roughly. And you get yourself some focal chili. So nice and simple to make. There's not a lot to it. And from there you add meja berries, the therizino eggs, some rare flowers. Actually, I should go and get my rare flowers. Put them back in the fridge. The citronol. Oh, that's right, yes. The citronol is the other thing that goes with the focal chili. chuck all that back into there. Might as well put a few of these in the fridge as well. Yeah. So your egg, your fibre, your focal chili, the measure berries, and the rare flowers, and you get yourself exceptional kibble. I can't make extraordinary kibble yet. We need Hesperornis to do that, given we're doing a herbivore channel, herbivore challenge. But exceptional is the best I can do for the moment, and I need that anyway because you can use it for the imprinting. But that just shows how easy it is to make, really. Anyway, let's continue hatching eggs. Oh, there's a 229 in there. That's you. Oh, we'll grab that one. Clean up the rest. Done. What if... Oh, wow. That's a interesting green colour. Oxygen mutation. There's a 229. What'll be yet? Still no health or melee mutation. Health mutation. Nice. Finally. Alright. Next thing to do, behavior, yeah, no, I did it already. Stop following. We find the males, we disable mating, male. Oh. Okay. Mating stopped. There's probably eggs all over the place. Just make sure. No, we're good. So, because I have this one now, this we change the name to H3M3 female. Done. This one, I now need to grow it up. I have to remove all of my mutations. They're all gone, right? So all of these H2 M3s, they're all gone. And now I take this female and I have my original male over there, and I'm now going to place this in the place of all of the mutations that I have now. And from here I will then need to do the exact same process all over again. Try and find another mutation. If I don't get a mutation, I'm going to keep a female. For every female that I get, I'm going to replace it, so they end up with like about four females. And then if I get one male, I will place it in amongst my 4 females that I've now put up there. And rinse and repeat. You just keep going, right? So this is mutation stacking. This is how it goes. Now, obviously you could not bother and just mutations, as the mutations come, you breed mutations with mutations. The thing is, if I took this female with 6 mutations, right? So it has 6 mutations on the female line. If I ended up taking a male that came from the other line, it would have had 6 mutations on the patrilineal line. And you then breed these two together, they stack, right? So you end up with 12 mutations. So they double up every time. If you mate mutations, they add the mutations together and they stack up and just keep growing. And so this is the reason why you take what you've mutated and you mutate it with an original. So this female has to go with a male that has no mutations. If you end up with a male in this situation, you need to take the females who have had no mutations, and then you can keep stacking. If you don't do that, the mutations themselves will keep counting up until you can't do it anymore. You get 20 of 20 on both lines, and all of a sudden you can no longer get mutations and it's all over. Whereas if you do this method, it's certainly a lot longer, right? So you're gonna be doing this for a long time. I've killed so many theories, but you will surpass, like at the moment we haven't even got there yet, right? So we're at 6 of 20, but we'll go past 20. It'll just keep going. Like we'll end up with 40, 50, 60. You can just keep going as if the servers haven't been wiped and you have the ability to just keep mutating, you can. But you have to mate it with someone who has 0 or not full mutations, is I guess the criteria. It doesn't have to be 0, it just has to be less than full. Alright, well, it's much longer process than you can imagine, mutation stacking. It is basically what it is. It's a long game, it's not a short game. If you want to do mutation stacking, you are basically in it for the long haul. I've got some really stupidly increased timers on this server, and even now it just takes forever. We're basically getting 1 mutation per night in terms of on average, and this is with nearly 100%. Couldn't even tell you what the percentage timer increase is, but normally a theory would probably take 4 or 5 hours to hatch an egg and mature, whereas I'm working on a 5-minute timer. So yeah, averaging 1 mutation a night is stupidly quick compared to what it might be on official. And that's what mutation stacking is all about, and we're going to keep doing that because we want something which is a little bit more powerful. The next fight, so the next video will be the brood mother. We've done this already, and I've got it recorded. I've just got to put it together, and guys get to see it. Guys, girls. I should be a little bit more agnostic with that. But then we're going to keep on mutation stacking because the overseer is a rough fight. Now, I've done that on the single player, and the single player doesn't have any timers, but the server, it does have a timer, and you're on a time limit. You've got to get it done. And so that's going to be the challenge. That's what we're going to be working towards. And I get my sorry ass wet in this rain. But that doesn't matter. Thank you for watching Scarving in the Ark. Make sure that if you enjoyed this, you like, comment and subscribe. If you'd like to join us on the server, check out my YouTube channel. There's a link to my Discord where you can find out the details. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.